Hello everyone, today we will going to start with Linux commands from scratch. I will tell you all the useful commands which will help you in different types of applications, for example shell scripting and many others. So before understanding the shell commands, we need Linux commands, so we need to understand some of the basics and some of the terminologies and theory of Linux. So basically what is Linux? Linux is an operating system, you all know, just like Windows, but it has some benefits. For example, it is more user friendly. A user can make changes to the Linux system, and another it is that it is free resource. Anybody can download and install on your system for free. So as you all know that Linux is user friendly and is free resource, so it is available in variety of flavors and types of flavors, we can say. For example, if we look at this picture, you can see that there are different types of distributors: Ubuntu, CentOS, Debian, Red Hat, Gentoo, Fedora. These all are the flavors of Linux, and they work similar to each other. There is no difference between them, just the difference of the theme, backgrounds and features. And the commands we will going to learn work for all the flavors. Like if I use ls command, it will be work on Ubuntu, CentOS, Debian, Red Hat and all other flavors. So there is no difference for shell scripting and for using commands. You can use any of the flavors, but I am right now using Ubuntu, and you can see that Ubuntu is the most used and most downloaded Linux. After understanding the flavors of Linux, we have to know what is shell. Shell is a program which interpret and execute user input. So if I go to Linux and open my terminal and I type a command here, like if I type ls, and what it happens when I typed ls and press enter, it interprets my command, interprets my input and execute its result. So shell, what shell did, shell interpret my command and executes its result. So basically shell send my command to the kernel. Let me show you, this is kernel. So shell send my command to the kernel. Kernel is a basic core program of a Linux. So when shell send the command to the kernel, kernel send the output to the shell, and shell showed that output on my terminal. So basically you can say that this terminal is my shell. So now after understanding the shell, we need to know the types of shell. Let's look at here. So types of shell, there are 5 types of shell: sh, Bourne shell, bash, the full abbreviation is Bourne again shell, then corn shell, C shell and TCSS shell. The most used shell on Linux right now is bash shell, which I am using in my terminal right now. If I want to know that which of the shell I am using right now in my terminal, or it is used in my operating system right now, so I need to type here echo $0. So my shell is bash shell. So echo $0 told me that my terminal is using a bash shell right now. Then if I want to know that which of the shells are valid for my terminal, so I need to type cat etc etc shells. So you can see that it shows all the valid shells available on my terminal right now. So don't worry about these commands. I will going to tell you each of commands, echo, ls, cat, each and every command I will going to tell you. But before that, I am just trying to tell you the theoretical part of the Linux. So basically now we know that what is Linux, types of Linux, shell and types of shell, and also kernel. So now we need to understand some of the little terminologies. Like in Linux we use directories, and in Windows we use folders. As I go to this PC, we can see that these are all my folders. We say them folders, and in Linux we say them directories. If I go to my, you can see that in my files it is directories. These all are directories and those were folders. So this is a slight difference between both of them. Another difference between the terminology is the switches and flags. So what is switches and flags? In assembly language, for a computer operating system, in assembly language we use flags with commands. In Linux command we say that these are switches. For example, if I use again ls and I use -a. So ls is my command ls is my command and minus a is my flag. Minus a makes the command slightly different. Like if I now enter ls minus a, it showed a slight different output from this output. I will going to tell you what is the difference between them, but just right now you need to understand that switches changes the slight difference in the output. So now I hope you all are much aware about Linux and its theoretical part, and you know that how we will going to now start Linux commands. So after this you will well aware about the basic concepts, and now you can understand the Linux commands easily. So next video I will going to start with this ls command and its types of flags. So you can save my playlist and subscribe my channel so that you can get the video on time, and I will going to cover all the basic Linux commands. And you can comment down below if you want to ask me anything and you want me to add something more. So make sure that you comment down and tell me, and do subscribe my channel and do like my video. Until then, take care.